Everyone, please respect the opinions as I'm going through the last episodes of Lara Croft, The Legend of Tomb Raider.
Maybe he's nice. Let's do this.
So I'm finally caught up. I'll probably try to watch Gundam. Though I think with Gundam, the live action Gundam, I'll try to. Twilight, I didn't see the Twilight of the Gods by Zack Snyder. I think with those ones, I'll just watch them in full and give a review for all of that. for each one, of course. So, this was, I mean, the dinosaur thing was like the climax, right? The last episode. So, we're looking at 2 episodes, Yin Yang, and that's dealing with the ultimate showdown between Devereaux and Lara. And so for this one, I'll give a score for Yin Yang. I'll give a score of a B plus. I thought that the emotional journey, she reached it. She reached about just every. So there were monks or people who rescued her. She wasn't in Devereaux's capture. Devereaux was done with her. There was a horrible scene in which he talks about a parasite that feeds off of people and drives them to their death. So he gets this, I don't know what kind of sect. I don't know, this is sort of Catholic sect or some sort of cult that looks like Catholics. And he got this bishop stabbing himself 100 times till he falls into the water. So Charles Devereaux is not a nice guy, is he? And so at some point, Lara Croft comes in. She kicks down a couple of guys. But they were from Camilla's Interpol team, so that was embarrassing. And then she and Jonah go and take down Devereaux. And then it ends up becoming Lara and Camilla taking down Devereaux. Devereaux becomes a big monster. The plot is very B plot. It's, Ganondorf becomes Ganon, and you see his ultimate power. And she takes him down, and Devereaux is captured by Interpol under arrest and going to prison. So a lot happens in that. Lara goes through her spiritual journey. Before she wakes up at the beginning of Yin Yang, she goes through her emotions. She confronts her 12-year-old self when Richard Croft leaves. She deals with Roth. She deals with Camilla, with Abby and Sam in some fashion. Sam, though more Sam in the later episode, the last episode. And she takes the 4 stones. She conquers her fear. She conquers her anger and vengeance. And she says the stones are not evil. She tells Devereaux that stones are not evil. It's what you make of them. So it's a very good ending to all this. I didn't like Devereaux, didn't care for him, but, he's one of these people that he's not very interesting. But she does show him a picture of him as a child whose father was an important Catholic priest. So, he had purpose. He was supposed to mean something more than just hunting for stones of evil or whatever. So, this guy's killed a lot of people, however, indirectly. So he's going to prison. He's caused a lot of trouble, assaulting officers. So many charges against him. So B plus for this one. And now we get to Journey of 1,000 Miles. So she's got to take her first step into a larger world. They go into this world inside the world where they got Lara Croft has to take the 4 stones and drop them off in a nice place inside a big golden temple. And this is all about Chinese mythology and lore, in which there are no evils. Everything that's bad is good, and what's good could be bad, but it's still good. So wood creates fire, burns wood, but it's creating a new thing because it's fire. So she's solving puzzles and trying to get in. There's a bear involved. So Lara Croft has the goddess Nual, and she returns the 4 stones, and the temple crumbles. She captures the 4 stones and takes them to wherever she takes them to, and Jonah gets mauled by a bear, but kills the bear anyway because he has a shotgun. So she was forced to leave all her friends behind and go into this dark temple. And so, Journey of 1,000 miles, and the dinosaur. And how is anybody? I know it's scientific logic and research, but I'm still not convinced a T-Rex could have fucking feathers on it. I mean, I get. You know how I feel this way. It's because I don't. I can't think of a lizard or any kind of reptile that has feathers on it. I can't think of one. Somebody will tell me an example of a living creature right now. Unless it's a fucking dodo, but I don't even know. Like, I just can't think of any kind of lizard that has fucking feathers on it. And so it's like with my perception of the T-Rex has always been a bald T-Rex, and that's it, like with scales on it. I'm still not grasping it. And every time I see a T-Rex with feathers, I'm like, okay, I guess it's supposed to be like logical, I guess. I don't know. And so that's very close in line to the classic Tomb Raider encounter with a T-Rex. Now we get to Jonah's wedding at the end with Abby. He's got to go through with the wedding with Abby. But then there's a phone call. We learned that Zip is gay. I think he's always been gay. I don't remember. But Sam calls, and then she goes and breaks into Sam's apartment, cannot find any more evidence. So she's going to go look for Sam. So I guess that's season 2, but I see no record of a season 2 yet. And, let me give the score and I'll give you my final thoughts. I'm going to give this one a solid B because even though it was a great dinosaur encounter and she did the right thing at the end, like we expected her to, lots of good banter, good dialogue between characters. Blame Melanie Mack, blame other YouTubers, but it was a very good 8 episodes, however short. No Camilla Ludington, which is a deep regret. I mean, really is. I mean, if you got Camilla Ludington to behave more like the 90s Lara, she could do it. She could take that direction, whatever she could do. But I don't know. The other thing, too, is that no Wikipedia reports of a second season. I don't know what's going to happen. If you had to anticipate there wasn't going to be another season, but why have this huge cliffhanger where you're like, okay. It was just one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, does she go find her friend Sam or not? We don't know. We just don't know anything. And it's kind of like, this may never happen and we may never see anything else. So I don't know what's supposed to happen. I'm hoping we see a different Lara Croft. The tears were a bit much, but I know why she had to go through those tears. And she had to be more that confident Lara, the Angelina Jolie Lara. Which I remember wasn't the smartest Lara. She somebody stole from her manor and she had to go and chase after that person. She didn't have her security on turned all the way tight. But she did her best. And the Angelina Jolie Keely Hawes Lara, we remember so well. And I think she got to that point. I think she almost got to that point, but we just didn't see enough. And I'm hoping for better. So if you got to see it, tell me what you think of it. Please watch the 8 episodes. Don't let Melanie Mack, don't let anybody else tell you what to think or how to feel. Just go by your... I know it's easy to follow the leader and parrot and just kind of mock, patronize the YouTuber, but think for yourselves. And for someone who has seen woke shit and is turned off by it, this was not woke. Just a little bit, just not enough to just hate it. Okay? And that's all there is to it, and there'll be more content to come.